Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the Curse of Oak Island Season 12 wish list. Things they dropped the ball on, things they didn't follow up on, or at least that weren't shown on the show, even if they did follow up on it. And so this is like stuff that just unanswered questions still, and they may have followed up on them or not, and it just didn't make it to the show. So let's get going. Previously, on the Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 229 years. And at the end of season 10, this is in the season finale, Gary put his metal detector down into the water and soil at the bottom of where they had dug to in the garden shaft at the time and got ferrous metal hits. No, excuse me, non-ferrous metal hits, which means that would be your more expensive metals like gold and silver. They never showed anything else about that. They dug down further and did other things, but they never explained what that metal detection reading was. So probably will never get any information on that, but I'd sure like to know what's up with that. And the rest of the stuff I think is all from season 11 or things that we already know that's going to happen in season 12 because of the preview. But this is from an old book. And again, season 11. And it's got drawings inside a book. And this is like not part of the book, but drawn in there by somebody else. And as you can see, it's got a map of Oak Island on it with other different symbols and such. They put a call out for the book, and apparently they were able to find the book. Don't know, details about it, if they had to pay for it, how much. I think they said they bought the book, but at any rate they do have it, and so I'm wondering if that has other information in it. Like this, because I think this is just a picture of it. So would like to know about that. What else we got? Oh yeah, the Tree of Life. So this is from previous. They did do things with this in season 11, but also it was brought up a long time ago as well. I can't remember exactly what season. I feel like season 4, even as early as season 4. So Nolan's cross. That's a cross shape, and actually, one theory is that it's supposed to be, it might be a cross, but also there's the Tree of Life inside that same thing. And so if you use the middle circles and go down, that would be the main part of the cross. And then you can see the horizontal going across. That would make this the cross. But then there's a bunch of other things there. So we know that the uncovered boulders make up the cross. The other boulders there, buried boulders, in some of those other locations, but they did not have on the show, at least. They may have checked all of those points, but on the show they didn't show them doing that. And so I'm wondering if there's something at each of those points, because Gibbs Rule 39, there's no such thing as a coincidence. And so that if there's a buried stone under at each of those locations, then that was done for a reason. This is the original episode where that was thought out. I can't remember the name of the theorist that thought about that. But at the time, this was before they had access to the Nolan property, so they couldn't really check a bunch of them. But they did check some, and they did end up having stones there. And so I would like to know about all of them. And there it is, overlain over a map of Oak Island. And so now there you can see much better the cross and then all the other points in the Tree of Life. Some of which are in the swamp there, or at least one is in the swamp. Okay, so this is the copper artifact, and Doug, I believe, found some manuscripts and such that had some of the matching symbols on there, and they might be astrological symbols, maybe Taurus for that one, but who knows. And I think there's one more, yeah, from this manuscript as well, where you had both of those symbols or close enough to them on the same manuscript there. But they also put a same call out on, and they did both of those by the book before and this via Facebook video, and they were putting out a call to see if anybody knew anything about the copper artifact. So I wonder if that yielded any fruit, like they were able to buy that book, and hopefully that book has more information in it. And hopefully somebody got in touch with them that knew more about that copper artifact and could explain it. I believe the last that we had heard in season 11 that it might be a Viking artifact. But that's all we know. Okay, speaking of those Tree of Life points, the Nolan's Cross points, one of the big boulders of Nolan's Cross, they did pick up in season 11, lifted it. It was like a puddle underneath of it, and in that puddle, in addition to some organic material, which Dr. Spooner did get out, I can't remember if we got the carbon dating on that at the end of last season. I can't remember. So obviously if we didn't get that, I would like that. But also, Laird was cleaning this up and photographing it and such, found a hair sticking out of it. And on this picture, it's on the right side, and it's about 3/4 the way up of and it's a conglomerate. Basically, it's like things stuck together, like different rocks and stuff, small rocks and stuff stuck together. On the right side, there's a hair sticking out of it, and that is a magnified view of it. And so, of course, they're going to get DNA on that. That was not in the finale last year either, so hopefully we get that as well. All right, and this from the preview for season 12, they are apparently excavating shaft 2. They previously found what they thought was shaft 2. I don't think this is in the exact spot that they thought they found shaft 2 in before. Doesn't seem like it to me. I'm bad with geography though. I didn't think of this before, just a few minutes ago actually, that because the garden shaft flooded and it might not be doable to access that again, which they did already. They re-cribbed it, refurbished it, and got down to where it intersected the tunnel, and they were going to use the tunnel hopefully, and because tunneling much better than drilling or excavating, because tunneling you can go right to any void that you want to do. I didn't think of this, I mean, it's been over a week, like 2 weeks since that has come out, the preview. And I didn't think of it until just a few minutes ago that maybe they want to do the same thing in shaft 2, which is the first searcher shaft ever done. And the reason they dug that searcher shaft 2 was so that they could go excavate down and get down to below where the flood line was, where the shaft 1, the money pit, where that flooded, and then they were going to tunnel over to that 14 feet is away is where the actual money pit is of that. So if that right there is shaft 2, then according to historical records, 14 feet, I forget the direction, away is the original money pit shaft. And so they may be trying to find it that way. And then of course also you can, but shaft 1 and shaft 2, money pit and that first searcher shaft did flood and collapse. That would be a great reason. I was wondering what led them back to do 7, and I'm currently recapping season 7 and 8 still. Those are the only ones I haven't recapped yet. And so I don't know where they left shaft 2 or what they thought was shaft 2, if in fact they were wrong at the time about that. And I don't recall where they did that, and I'm not up to all of the I'm on like episode 14. I'll be putting up episode 14 Monday night on the 11th, as a matter of fact. And this, I think this is in Smith's Cove. And I didn't say this in my analysis of the preview, but going back in there, that does look like a tunnel. And I don't think I said that in my preview analysis. So maybe flight tunnel. But yeah, I think this is Smith's Cove, not the money pit, so it wouldn't be shaft 2. Alrighty, again, I will be putting out a no-cap recap a retro no-cap recap of Season 7, Episode 14 on Monday night, and then Tuesday night, the 11th, we have at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is a drilling down episode, and I forgot the name of it, I apologize. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, there's a 2-hour season premiere for season 12. And again, that's 2 hours, and that is called The New Digs. And apparently they are digging, looks like they are digging a new dig in Smith's Cove and shaft 2 in the Money Pit area. Alrighty. Please subscribe, and that way you can keep up with me. Hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified when I put up the recaps. The recaps on the new episodes will be late Tuesday nights after they air. I will do the drilling down one, but I'm going to do that after I do the 2-hour season premiere episode, so that may not go up until Wednesday. Alrighty. So thanks so much for watching, and of course, as always, always forward, siempre avanti.